Good morning, thank you for joining me. As you can see from the title, it's time for another over 50 beauty chat video. And I'm going to talk about my skincare routines. And as you will also have seen from the title, affordable skincare routines. It wasn't meant to be an affordable skincare routine. This is my actual current, real, what I use on my skin in the evening and the morning. Sorry if I feel like I'm really squinting. When I sit here, I have light coming in from there, and I have to balance the light with a separate light, which is because we got the sun this morning, the light's quite close to me. I've got a ring light just here, and although it's balancing the light quite nicely from what I can see, it's absolutely blinding me on that side. So if I'm squinting, I apologise. Anyway, yes, when I actually thought through and looked at the skincare products I use, they are all pretty much affordable skincare, or fairly affordable anyway. And that sort of made me quite pleased, and I thought that was a good thing to add to the title, because not everybody has sort of Caroline Hyron's level money to spend on skincare, do they? And I think it's really easy to get caught up, especially as we get older, looking for those sort of magic potions to make us feel like they're going to change something that in reality they probably aren't, that we do spend perhaps more than we should on skincare, or more than we need to anyway. Anyway, as always, I will link all the products I talk about in the description box below, so if you want to click through to any of those, just click that little arrow that says show more. And without further ado, we're going to crack on. And I'm going to start with my evening skincare routine, because that's the sort of longer one with removal of makeup and all that good stuff. And the first product I always reach for of an evening is my Simple Eye Makeup Remover. People who have been with me for a long time will be no doubt absolutely bored rigid with me talking about this product. I've used it for years. It's cheap, it's cheerful, it removes my eye makeup. They've got a new one out, or a newer one out, which is a dual phase one, which is a bit oily, which I don't like at all. Just the good old-fashioned Simple Eye Makeup Remover. I just love this product. It's so cheap, it does what it says, and it never lets me down. Then I move on to removing the rest of my makeup. At the moment, I always use Micellar water. That is my preferred method of removing the rest of my makeup. And at the moment, I'm using a Soap and Glory one, Total Drama Clean. It's called. I do like their names. It's all play on words, isn't it? And this is called a 5-in-1 magnetising micellar water with natural cucumber juice and peach fruit extracts. It's good at taking my makeup off. I haven't got any particular problems with it. It smells nice. Just let me double check that. Yeah, it does smell nice, very fresh. It does smell quite cucumbery actually, so if you like a bit of cucumber in your skincare, that's a good one. I think my favourite one is the Garnier one. I can't remember how much this was, but I will probably go back to the Garnier one after I've tried this, although I certainly wouldn't be averse if I was in Boots and they had like a 3 for 2 on or something. I would certainly pick another one of these up. This has been just as good as any other really, but I would say the Garnier one is my favourite. So once I've taken all my makeup off with cotton pads and those products, I then move on to a face wash cleanse, and again I've banged on about this product quite a bit. It's the Super Facialist by Brennan Vitamin C. What's it called? Vitamin C Brighten Skin Renew Cleansing Oil. Now, if you haven't used a cleansing oil before and you're a bit like I was when I thought about using an oil to cleanse my skin, I thought, oh, I don't fancy that. But this, honestly, is lovely. It doesn't feel like an oil. It feels nourishing and makes your skin soft. It just feels lovely, and I put a bit on just with my fingers, rub it all in, and then emulsify it with a bit of water and take it off with like a microfiber face cloth. That is just dropping oil all over me. I'm going to rub it into my skin because it's nice. But this is such good value for money. I've been using this almost every night since January. We're now in November. That is how long that has lasted. Look, and usually I get bored with a product if it's taken a really long time to use. I have used other cleansers in between, but this is the one that I always come back to, and I will definitely be repurchasing this. It smells lemony, and it's just lovely. It's just such a nice product to use. And you know, quite often you cleanse your skin and it feels dry and a little bit tight. It doesn't with this. I think for us older ladies of a certain age, this is just such a lovely product. Highly recommend that one. Right, after I've cleansed and washed my face, my next thing is to tone, and I like to use an acid for a bit of exfoliation. Again, as we get older, we need to encourage our skin cells to renew, and glycolic acid is probably my favourite, or the one that works best for me. I've got various products which do this. I honestly couldn't recommend these, that this is what I'm using at the moment. It's the Aldi Daily Cleansing Pads with the glycolic in them. These are a dupe of the Nip and Fab ones, which I'm going to link the Nip and Fab ones below because they are so much better. I absolutely love them. These are a very poor substitute and I wouldn't buy them again, but I just want to finish them up really, so that's what I'm using at the moment. An alternative to this, which I like moderately but probably hasn't got enough oomph for me. If you've got sensitive skin, this is the Clarins Gentle Exfoliator. Brightening toner with tamarind and white nettle, and this is lovely if your skin is a little bit more sensitive and doesn't want the full-on acids. Try this one. It's very gentle, but again feels like you are brightening up your skin. It's nice product, that one. After that, I move on to a spritz toner. I know I have a lot of steps, but I like to sort of spritz refreshing thing. I've got it in just a spray bottle, but what it actually is the Body Shop Vitamin E Hydrating Toner, that's called. And this is lovely. I just spritz it all over my face. You can use it as a finishing spray as well if you like. Oh, that smells so nice. And it's just refreshing and nice. Nice, that's a good word, isn't it? So yeah, I then do that, and then I probably wander off and let all that soak into my face for a bit. And next step after that is serum. I like to, at the point of serum, I think it's just my feeling that using the same thing all the time, your skin gets used to it and you don't get the best effect. I don't know why I think that. I've got absolutely no basis in scientific research whatsoever. I just like to mix it up a bit with serums. So I'm going to show you all the different things I use, and this is going to be my morning and night for the serum part of the routine. This one I've talked about before. Again, it's the Body Shop Nutriganics Drops of Youth. They have changed the packaging of this now, but this is just a lovely serum product. It's very liquidy, very watery. It comes with a dropper. I'll just show you that, and like that, you see, and you only need a tiny bit. This is a really lovely product. It's good ingredients. It's probably the most expensive thing in my skincare routine. It is early 20s, I'm wanting to say, but again I will link it below for you. But that's one of the serums that I use. The other one that I use is the Ordinary Buffet. I like the Ordinary skincare. I think it's brought proper ingredient based decent skincare to the masses who can't afford 70 quid for a serum. And I really like their products. You will see in a minute I've got lots and lots of different ones, or not lots and lots, but I've got 4 that are regularly in my routine, including this one. This is the Buffet, which is a bit of everything. Really nice. You can use it as a standalone, not a problem at all, and I sometimes do that. In the mornings when my skin is feeling very dry, I will use another Ordinary product, which is the Hyaluronic Acid. I'll usually mix that, or put this on before the Buffet one or mix it with the Buffet one, but I like this. It really gives you just that moisture injection when your skin is feeling dry and tight and not quite as it should do. I've also got 2 other Ordinary products. One is morning, one is night. These 2 I will add to whichever of the 2 serums I'm using, so I will add them to either the Nutriganics or the Buffet. Are you still with me? It's sounding more complicated than it is. I'm making a bit of a meal of it. This is the Granactive Retinoid in Squalane. It's 5%. You can also get a 2% one if this is too strong. Retinoids and retinols are the buzzword in skincare over the last few years, aren't they? And I just feel like I should have one in my routine somewhere. So this is an evening product. Don't use this in the morning. And if you're using retinoids, you do need to have an SPF in your skincare in the daytime, I should just say. But I add a little bit of that, just a couple of drops to my evening skincare. And I don't do it every night. I probably do it every other night, something like that. And then this one, which is, sorry, I should have said, retinoids fight the signs of aging. They're very anti-aging. That's what they do. I've on and off used retinoids for about 5 years, and I would say that I have improved this worry line down the front of my face there from frowning too much. It's much improved. If I look back at videos from before I used that, I think that it's improved that line, and possibly some of the ones up here as well. It's difficult to tell though, isn't it? Anyway, the final Ordinary product is the EUK. This is very good. It's an antioxidant product. This says water-free, high potency formula. Again, I'll use this in the morning, and I would just add a couple of drops into whichever serum I'm using, mix them together. Like the idea of antioxidants, I think we're living in quite a pollutant society these days, so antioxidants can only be a good thing, can't they? Yeah, so that's that one. Right, now we get to the nice simple bit again. Oh, in the evening, once I've done my serum, whichever one I'm using, I will then move on to night cream, and this is what I'm loving, the Aldi Caviar Lacura night cream. I talked about this in my favourites this month, I think. That's what it looks like. It's very, very rich and creamy. It goes on like a dream. I've put too much on there, but it soaks in. It feels like a real luxury high-end cream, this does to me. It smells quite pleasant, not massively fragranced, but it's a lovely cream, particularly for winter. It'll probably be a bit too heavy for me in the summer, but I love the richness of that, and it's such good value. I can't remember exactly how much this is. I'm wanting to say £6 or £7, but really nice, and lots in the tub as well, lots and lots. Feels like it lasts for a long time. Right, moving on to my daytime skincare routine. I've got to admit to being a little bit lazy with daytime skincare. In the morning, I very often just wash my face with water, or if I'm having a shower, just rinse my face in the shower, not with shower gel or anything, but just with water. However, on the days when I'm feeling a little bit more as if I want to do a proper skincare routine, I reach for this, which is the L'Oreal Smooth Sugars Glow Scrub. Again, I talked about this in my favourites. This is such a lovely, fresh product. It's got sugar granules for the scrubby part. Just rub it in, rinse it off with a bit of water, and it sort of dissolves the sugar, and you're left with a really nice, soft feeling face. It smells nice, it's fresh, it's a bit zingy, it wakes me up, and it feels like I'm sort of preparing my face for makeup. It's a nice product. I wouldn't use this every morning, probably 3 times a week, I would say. Then I will do another quick acid tone, either with the Glycolic Pads or the Clarins. More regularly it's the Clarins in the morning because it's a little bit gentler, and again the spritz, or sometimes not the spritz, depending on how I'm feeling, the Body Shop Vitamin E in the spray bottle. Then my serum, which is the EUK, and whatever serum I'm using, which is either the Body Shop one or the Ordinary Buffet, and sometimes I don't put the EUK in, depending on how busy I am, or if I can be bothered to open all the different bottles. And then day cream with SPF, and the one I'm using at the moment is the Clinique Pep Start. I wanted to try this because I tried the Clinique Pep Start eye cream and really liked it, and I'm not a massive eye cream fan generally, but I was really impressed with that. This, not so much. It's just okay. I feel like they're really mean with the amount. It's a 30ml tub, and can you see the white bit inside? So it's not this square bit full, it's just that white round bit inside is full. It looks bigger than it really is there. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's a nice enough cream to use, but it's nothing special. It's not as good as the Aldi one, which is at least half the price, if not more than that, I would say. But it's got an SPF, sorry, it's got an SPF 20. Did I say 30 before? It's got an SPF 20, which probably isn't really high enough for me, although I think my foundation's got 25, so that's okay. But yeah, I couldn't recommend this. Although it's a nice enough cream to use, I feel like it's not good value for the money. Just to add on to that, the creams that I do like for daytime, Marks & Spencer's do a really nice of age-targeted face creams with SPF. It's called the Formula range. I can't remember exactly what one it was, but they're all targeted towards certain ages. And Superdrug do a similar thing. I can't remember what their range is called either, which is very unhelpful, isn't it? If I can find it, I'll link it below. But so that's my current skincare routines. Let me know in the comments what's your favourite skincare product. What is the one product that you swear by, or a new find that you found this year and you think is brilliant? Just recommend a skincare product to me, because I'm always up for trying new things. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye bye.